Hello there, in this video we are going to continue talking about dictionaries. So far what we know about dictionary is that it is a collection of key and value pairs. So unlike a list which only have a list of values, here we have a collection of key and value pairs. So each item has a key and a value. Now, in order to access items from a dictionary, we use keys. Dictionaries actually do not have indexes. So we can ask, give me the color, and then I can ask, give me the points. Points. So let's try to run the code and see. Python dictionary.py. We got the color, we got the points, and we are printing alien from this line. Now, one thing is to keep in mind is that if you are when you are accessing an item, you have to spell the key name correctly. If you make a mistake, so for example, you remove s from points, now this is not gonna work. As a matter of fact, we're gonna get an error called a key error. Key error, it is saying there is no item called point. This is similar to the index error from a list. If we provide an index that does not exist, we get an index error. So in order to fix it, we give it a correct key name. Now we got 5. Another way to fix it is actually use a get method. You can use get method. Now you can provide your key like always, and it will work the same way. We got 5, but if you misspell it, you will get nothing. We get something called none, which is in Python means nothing. And as a matter of fact, you can give it a default value. If the key doesn't exist, this is what you want to return to me. So I got no points because I misspelled points. See? So get is a very useful method if you want to avoid key error, but if you want to make sure you get the correct key, then you can use the square brackets notation. So let's comment out these lines and move on to adding items. Adding items, for to add item, you give it a new key. Let's say I am adding size. Let's say size is small, and now I will have a new item called size. Python dictionary.py, I got size. So you can add as many items as you want. I can't think of anything else. Let's say gender is equal to, do aliens have genders? I don't know. Let's say gender is M, and I added a new key. So let me comment out this part as well. Now let's talk about modifying items. This one is very interesting. To modify an item, you just use a key that already exists. If the key already exists, it is not going to add an item. It is going to modify existing items. So for example, color was already there. So instead of green, let's make it red. Now there won't be another color, but it would have updated the color. So from red, it became green. From green, it became red. That's how you modify items. Now let's talk about removing items. So there is already a method called pop, very similar to a list, but there is a difference. In a list, you don't need to provide an argument. By default, in a list, it removes the last item, but here in a dictionary, you must provide a key. So we can remove points, for example, and let's print our alien and check the code. Check the output. Sorry. Now I remove the points. Now there's another way, which is using the del keyword, del alien, and say points. This would give you the same result. Now the difference using between pop and del is that when you pop, it actually returns you the item. So I can get the points and I can print the points. It returns and removes. Now it's up to you. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, if you don't want the removed item, you can just use del, or you can still use pop and do not get the item through variable assignment. So it's a matter of choice now. It doesn't really matter. If you want to stick with one method, stick with pop, because I think it's more beneficial. So these are the ideas of working with a dictionary. So I guess this is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.